We have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. Our 3-year-old is Adeline, and she goes here.
When Adeline was born, we had a prenatal diagnosis of Down syndrome. We found out about Rice School of Austin when Adeline was 6 weeks old. And we just knew that for Adeline and for our family, the Rice School of Austin would be the perfect place for her.
We have 4 kids. Our oldest is Eliana, she's 7.
She has a genetic disorder called Craig-Duchat syndrome, and it's just because of her that we know about Rice.
Once we saw how she was really benefiting and we continued to have children, it became like a no-brainer of everybody's gonna go here. Luca's gonna go here right as soon as he can.
In my classroom, 50% of the students have a developmental delay and 50% of the students are typical learners. There's 3 teachers per classroom, a teacher, a lead, and a teaching assistant. And that really helps us create this unique educational plan for each student.
There is a really beautiful piece of just getting to know who they are, where they're starting, and then from there, you take a look at, okay, here's this kiddo, these are the skills we have in this domain, what's next? Say communication is really lacking, like, okay, how can we get them a really functional, appropriate way to communicate so that they can access their peers? And getting to know their families, what their families value and is important to them.
Adeline is our feisty girl. She's so sweet and so kind, but she's got a silly, feisty spirit about her.
We call her our little Sour Patch Kid. She's sweet and she's sour.
And she's so determined and just wants to be independent in everything that she does.
Adeline came in as a really quiet little girl, and throughout this year, she's found her voice. She has found ways to articulate better and let her voice be heard. And now she's telling her friends she wants to play, and she's telling her friends she needs help. So her speech has definitely grown in those areas.
Yeah, I'll just do half.
Say red. Red, what color did you get, Luca?
She has come so far in her speech development, in her physical goals, and her occupational goals. And we know that the staff at Rise is the reason why she is just meeting every goal and blowing all expectations out of the water.
Luca resembles Anna. She's very outgoing and spirited. I'm more low-key and laid back and introverted. We've heard from his teacher, Miss Katie, that he's a star at circle time, singing songs and everything. He's very vocal and singing. He loves all of his friends. He's super helpful with Luca. He struggles with some sounds like the letter K, and they'll make a plan around helping him do exercises to improve on that. And so it's just unique to this school, and the tailored approach to every kid has really benefited our family.
Early childhood development is so important because we're teaching them how to be humans. We're teaching them social emotional skills, we're teaching them self-help skills, we're teaching them how to regulate their emotions. They learn that empathy so young. They learn that every child is different and every child has something to give to this world. We're really a family in this classroom.
Adeline is involved in everything just like her general education peers would be. Everything that is offered to them is still offered to her.
We want to make sure that she's asking for help and asking to play and getting involved in that classroom. And we finally have seen it at the end of the year, which has been really awesome.
Every teacher in here works so hard to make sure that every single child reaches their maximum potential. They make sure that when they graduate, they're like the best version of themselves they can be.
The kids are going to get all the attention in the world with having 3 lead teachers, having multiple therapists, speech, occupational, and physical therapy integrated into the program. There's so many people at the school that are invested in them and are working to help them improve.
I think everyone should have their kids in a place like Rise. It's an amazing school, I cannot say enough. And they also learn about inclusion and kindness and caring about others.
We're so proud of all of the students that come to Rise, and they're such well-rounded little human beings at the end of it. And we just hope that they spread what they've learned at Rise to the rest of the world.
At Rise, we envision a world where there's not just one way to be, and that will look different for every child. We recognize and celebrate that we're all different, and we're so much better when we come together. Every child is empowered. Every child shines.